Again, and hello, it's Vo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we got a few of our industry areas popped in. We've got our forestry, our ore, and our farming industry set up, and some of our unique factories. We're gonna pick up where we left off from. I think we've got one more unique factory to place. Let's have a look. We've got the clothing factory. We'll see if we can find a good spot for that. We'll get up here on this junction. Should have good access to all the different areas. We'd like to extend our road network further down to set up our oil industry, but we'd have to unlock another square for that. Don't think we need any more money for the time being. Get rid of this. Our academic report is through. We're making the academic works pretty regularly. That seems pretty good. Our students are going up. Our forestry area is leveled up as well. Got access to another unique factory. We'll see where we can find space for that. It's pretty big, but we can fit it in up against here. Might want to rezone some of our residential here. Swap that for commercial, just in case the factory is pretty noisy. In the forestry area itself, we can pop in a few more of these large fields. A few of these processing plants. Get some more sawmills along the back maybe. Now that we're level 5, we can rearrange things. Now that we know all the different buildings that we've got available to us. We can move them around. Might give us some space for a few more large fields to pop in along the top here. Maybe fit 3 along here. Probably won't let us fit 4. That should keep them happy. Get a few more sawmills in. We'll check up on our healthcare. It looks like we've got a few sick citizens. It's probably the noise. We'll go and have a look around. See if we can see any discoloured buildings. That should tell us where the people are sick. So it looks like it's up here, Robin Park. People aren't very well. It's probably just the noise of the IT buildings. So if we rezone this, swap it out for commercial. Maybe pop in a few things here as well, health-wise. We can get a clinic in. Then maybe a childcare. Maybe go for the trio here. We'll get in a gym, a pool, and a yoga garden all next to each other for all the health benefits. Get some extra death care in along here as well, since we don't seem to have any. Keep our coverage good. I reckon it's time to unlock. We can maybe unlock 3 areas here. If we get all 3 tiles along here, we can expand our industry and have room to expand our residential and commercial as well. We can set up roundabouts connected to these, where these little icons are, connected to our turbines, and get the roads expanded out, get them all connected up to each other. And we can go ahead and paint in our industry area for our oil. We can maybe expand out with another little road, a medium road along there for more warehouses potentially. Get the main building in, that gives us, unlocks everything else. We'll get a road in. It looks like these small pumps are super small, just 1 tile. So we've got room for loads of things just along this one road. We can get a few of each thing in since they all seem relatively small. We've run out of space on this road, so we'll get our road network expanded on this side a little bit before we go any further. Sort of established. We can upgrade all our roundabouts and get the pieces deleted and get them, switch them out for highway connections up to our turbines. Where we suggested we were going to have a bridge in our university area, we can get that bridge over the top. Down the bottom near our river we can put a tunnel underneath, have a bit of variation. Try and expand our medium roads out in a sort of mirror image. helps with a sense of scale, especially when you buy more than one tile at a time. You tend to make the roads massive and not think about the smaller picture. So we'll try and get things connected up, get our road networks in to some sort of scale that's comparable to the other squares we've already got. Maybe pop in a unique building over here, since it's pretty noisy with the varsity sports buildings anyway. Maybe get a good view from the top of the London Eye of the Dean Boy Institute area. Can maybe get the shopping centre in here. It's only commercial and offices on the other side of there within the noise radius, so we should be okay. Maybe extend our water pipes all the way down to the edge of our new boundary. Then we can move some of our outflow pipes down here. We'll put in 3 new ones and move 3 existing ones. So if there are flood problems, they're down there. We'll add a few more pumps in up this end to try and ensure that we're taking the water out at this end and spitting it back out further down. Try and stop any flooding problems. Just to put that extra water pump in, we'll rezone a little bit more. Keep everyone out of the way of the noise. It's time for more cash again, because we've blasted through it all. Try and get some more of the metro network expanded. It's quite expensive, so we'll see how we go. Add more water pipes in as well. I think we need more power. We can maybe give these guys their own power plant as well, and then get that connected up to the rest of the grid. I'll get some power going on over this side. Keep expanding out our roads. We've got sewage problems because we forgot to connect this up with power, so none of these sewage things are working. We'll take advantage of the underwater nature of our underground cables to run a connection all the way along the river itself. Keep it well out of the way. And try and tuck connections here in between the turbine lanes. Again, we want to expand our road networks out, so we're going to want to keep these things out of the way so we don't have to come back and delete them afterwards. Get another water pump in so that our levels are even again. Can maybe get our next ferry stop down here. I don't know whether we want a pier or a stop. Yeah, our oil industry is leveling up just like the rest of it. Get that out of the way and get this ferry pier placed. Looks pretty straight. Get these roads connected up. Get this connected to the rest of our road network. Maybe add a few more little roads in. Grid out our areas a little bit. Can add a few more things in now that we've got a bit more space established over here. Again, these things are pretty small. We can fit a bunch of them in, no problem. We've got our backbone roads set up. Just need to sort of fill everything in to get more housing, which we're going to need to pop in soon. Get another unique factory placed. Oh, looks like we're leveled up to level 3 already. At least we haven't got multiple things all leveling up on top of each other. That became quite stressful last time. Even though the ferry pier is sitting in water, it doesn't necessarily have its own connection to fresh water, so we'll get that in. Tweak a little bit more of our metro network here. Place another one of our unique factories. Get some more of our oil industry assets established, up and running. We can try and create slightly more interesting road patterns over here, just for, again, a bit of variation. We want sort of each part of the city to look different. Even though the highways are sort of set up in a grid fashion, don't necessarily need to make each grid identical. We're getting some parking around our shopping centre. Now we'll set this up as another leisure specialisation area. Then we'll set up some high density shops around the area on the outside, and that'll help buffer the noise while still keeping the theme of shops. If you want to come shopping, here is the place. You can put the statue of shopping here. It'll help define the area. Wonderworld's got up to level 5. It's made it all the way. I think that's our first park to make it up to level 5. Put in our last 2 rides. Maybe get the big wheel on this side. I think the roller coaster is quite big. We'll check it out. Yeah, it's fairly massive. Might need to do a bit of rearranging. We can get it in here once we've swapped the Ferris wheel over to the other side of the path. We've solved a couple of our 6 citizen problems, probably just by kicking them out of their house. Our oil industry's got up to level 4 already. Obviously slapping in all those buildings is helping. Seem to have garbage problems, even though the industry's working fine. A few more of these assets in. Again, a lot of them are pretty small, so we can have 4 or 8 of each. May as well pop them all in while we can fit them in. Still got heaps of area left if we wanted to expand it out. You can always make multiple competing industries using the same sort of patch of resource if you've got enough rooms. We might do that later. Make this sort of shape a block here, see if we can fit an elder care in that gap. I think that gap should be just big enough. Oh, perfect, I love it. So we can set this up as a little residential area. Get a few of these sport buildings in. Maybe go for the smaller high school. Get that fitted in over here. Give these guys a recycling centre, since they're still complaining about trash. We've got our first new people moving in for a while. Have a park that'll help the oil industry pollute less. Maybe get another one in over here for the people. Maybe extend out these roads a little bit. Get it covered with water, so we can keep zoning, get more people moved in this area. All these people need workers, these shops, but we'll keep zoning in the anticipation of filling up housing. Don't worry, we'll have workers for you very soon. Still need another 5,000 people to get to the milestone, so definitely anticipate getting people moving in here. Maybe leave that to fill in just now. Deal with other things, come back to it when all these folk have moved in. Get them in a hospital here perhaps. A graveyard. Got something obstructing our path, yeah, we've got some underground power cables to remove. We'll go around and get rid of all these ones that are in our way. Get rid of our cash generator now that we're back above a million. We'll probably owe that thing about 5 million by now. We can move our hospital, get it more in a better place along this main road. Nice and neat. Have a look at fire coverage. Looks like we haven't put in a fire station in a while. Police, we should be fine. I don't know if we want a prison yet. Maybe pop a prison over in the industrial area. Get a little police station in here, just because each of the industry areas always moans about not having police coverage. If we can fit a prison in here, in amongst our unique factories, maybe they can contribute. like when they make license plates over in the States. Some more educational buildings in. Try and stay on top of our demand for education. Another set over here. Both the high school and the elementary. Wow, all the way up to level 5. So successful. Just like we did with our forestry area. We'll tidy things up now that we know what we're working with. Fill in a few more of these little spaces with buildings. Oh, our zoo's leveled up as well. We've got Giraffe Enclosure. Oh, I definitely want to move things around to get that in. Giraffes are my favourite animal for sure. Looks like we'll need another power station. Get one fitted in here amongst our industrial area while we can. Adjust our budget slightly, see how that goes. Looks like it's not quite enough. Maybe pop it up again. Just a touch. Should hopefully keep this going. Yeah, looks good. Oh no, we've lost some students. But we haven't gone down to reputation levels, so that's the main thing. We're still making academic works. Right, let's get our giraffe enclosure in here by hook or by crook. Definitely gonna have to move things or destroy something. We can get it in here if we destroy a couple of paths. It's no biggie, we can get it connected back up again. Get this one connected as well. We've also got the monkey palace. Oh yeah, we can get that slotted in here without needing much bother at all. Can even fit a plaza in this little space. Yeah, I reckon that can level its way up to level 5 without the elephants. We'll definitely get another zoo at some point to fit in those elephants. Got some more unique factories. We can fit them in where we can. Fits nicely here. We can get it tucked in up against the road. Dreaded traffic lights, we'll get them turned off. Looks hella busy over here. All these trucks. Traffic lights definitely not helping them. Not only is there traffic lights on this roundabout, I've forgotten to upgrade one of the roads as well. That's definitely not helping. I've zoned in the rest of this area. Hopefully we'll get these people in. We've got 4,000 more people to go. Lost more students and we've gone down a level. This is the worst. I really thought we were going all the way next year. Get some more roads connected up. Try and fill up the roads occupying our entire 3 squares that we've unlocked. I think it's time that we can get a train station in. The multi-platform train station has a metro built into it. So there's not much room for tracks either side, but we can perhaps come underground with the train tracks and then find a way to get the metro connected to the rest of the metro network. Instead of coming over the top here where we originally planned, we just need to come over the top of the metro and then we can come underground. And we can run a line down all the way underground, connect it up to our station. Take a line out from the station and then go down. It's easier than trying to get it connected up at the right angle to get it into the station. We'll get another line out for platform 2, assuming that further up the track it can go a couple of different ways. On the other side we want to get it underground pretty much all the way over to the oil industry. Again, we want to avoid this metro because now they're on the same level underground. So make a little S bend to get around. and then go all the way along. We can have it come out and go down towards the sea. We can also branch off and then go up and get it connected round the top to make an entire loop with the station connected to the station next to our varsity sports buildings. So we come up here before the metro line. We can just get it connected up to the rail, slightly far away from the rail, but we can use move it to wiggle things a little bit and make sure all the rails are curved and the nodes are as close as we want them to be. Then again on the side, just connect up our lines underground from the second platform. Ooh, that's a nice connection. It's looking good. We need to get water for pretty much the rest of these 3 tiles. Extend out our road networks. Get the backbones in. Then we can worry about the smaller roads later on when we need to zone the areas. Around the station where it's going to be noisy anyway, we can make another sort of specialised district. We've had 2 leisure ones, so we'll make this a tourism one. The tourists can come in by train and see all the amazing attractions. We'll keep our residential zoning as far away, leave a reasonable gap between here and the station. Get a few buildings like libraries and things to try and occupy the space around it, as well as some zoning, and get a few parks and other buildings in. Utility buildings, we'll get a fire station in. Some trash. We can use a few of these health buildings just on the edge to help reinforce the barrier, keep the sound from all these specialised districts and the station itself away. I can zone in what we've got on the inside with light residential. We'll get a couple of extra warehouses in over here to store our oil industry products, because they've got so much things going on over there now. I think they'll need some extra storage. We've got 2,000 more to go. People are still moving in. Things are looking good. Let's work on getting some more roads in while we're waiting for all these extra people to move in. High density commercial for tourists comes in as hotels, so I'll zone a little bit of this and see if we can get a hotel pop up. Gonna go for a unique building here where we've put in our hotels. The city arch is quite small and unobtrusive. Maybe try and do something here to help our teams do better, maybe help the university do better. More cheerleaders, that'll help. Maybe give a grant or up this budget. Maybe up this budget to ensure we're making academic works. Maybe try and give a different kind of, give an IT and engineering grant. Try that. That might just help with our academic works. I don't know if that helps us level up. From this front panel, it looks as though we're going to level back up again to the next reputation level. Change Belmont Park to Belmont Station, since it's on the station, like we did with the other area next to the hospital. Shopping centre is so boring, we're not going to rename Summit Square to Shopping Centre Square. Maybe do it the other way around and call the shopping centre itself Summit Shopping Centre. That makes more sense to me, I think. Instead of the Dale refining site, we can get that renamed as well. Maybe change that to the Danny refining site. Someone I used to see as often as Dean Boy before all this rubbish started. Our forestry area. We call that the Colin forestry area. Sounds great. This one could be the Victor Mineral Industry. Robin Park. Maybe call that Fatboy Park. Try and get everyone included. Get our fire station in here. Make sure our coverage is good. These guys might need another warehouse as well. Get some extra petroleum into them. It looks like they want... Should definitely be making enough of it in our oil industry area. Ah, we've got there. We've made it to Metropolis. So we've got to 75k. It's an epic journey, but we've got there. We can check next time, see what our population target is to make it up to Megalopolis. We've unlocked our airport and our cargo airport. We've probably got more than enough room over in our tile with our oil industry to pop in a cargo airport. That'll probably help our cargo network get stuff around the map. We'll check that out next episode. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.